What's up, gamers? We are back with more Starfield, picking up right where we left off, kind of. It's only been about 10 minutes since I ended the last episode in real life. I just couldn't wait to get back to this is the big mystery of the game, right? That's happening right here. So I'm really excited to get back into it, see what we can learn about the Starborn, etc. So I did go back up in between videos and try the battle again, and I am pretty much like 99.9% sure you cannot board that ship. I disabled their engines. I'm 100% sure I successfully disabled them. One of my crew members even said their engines are down, or something like that. Got real close to the ship to the point I was crashing into it. Did not give me a dock option, even though their engines were down. And as I understand it, their engines being down is the only prerequisite for being able to dock with a ship in this game. So I'm pretty sure and it makes sense that you can't dock with them. And the other reason that makes sense, this is clearly a character we're meant to interact with more than on this one occasion, because in the process of testing it out and trying to board them, I just did destroy the ship. But it didn't destroy the ship, basically. So this next part is not blind. So I'm confessing it all now. I got their ship low enough that they left. They ran. And Walter started saying some line, but I immediately, at that point, I was like, oh, you can't kill them. In this encounter, so that's going to be a recurring character. So it makes sense that you can't board their ship and kill them that way either. So we're going to go up in orbit. We're going to pick the exact same dialogue options again. We're going to, with no reservations, destroy their ship. I don't think I can even work on targeting control system, because you don't actually destroy them. So I'm not even going to bother to go into targeting mode. We're going to go up there. We're going to kick some ass and take some names, as it were. And then we'll continue this quest and see where else it leads, because it gets more interesting by the second. Now, one thing I noticed is once I get up into orbit, it updates my quest for finding the temples. I guess there's a temple in the Volti system here. I don't know if I just wasn't able to detect it until this point in the story, or I needed to get this artifact attuned to me before I would be able to detect it. I don't know. I don't have a good explanation for why that popped off. But hopefully we're going to reach a point pretty quickly where I can look at my quest log, because a lot of stuff is changing in my quest log during this ordeal, so...
Ship's clear and the sky is cold.
Alright, Barrett. Barrett's excited.
Stable orbit achieved. We could stay here forever.
You hold something you have no right to.
For a while, anyway.
My people have killed for this. But I will offer you one chance.
Yeah, right there. Power from beyond Voli Epsilon. Acquire the power from the temple on Voli Epsilon.
Oh,
which is interesting, because I've been to Neon like a million times, even a couple times since I got this artifact. Or not since I got this artifact, but since I started getting alien powers. So it seems like it's triggered by you getting to this point in the story, which is fine. So we're going to pick the same dialogue options. It's this very interesting thing I missed the first time through. So I do this, and he says...
We know everything about...
And they say this, and this was all in the last episode. If you are curious what these dialogues are, I'm skipping, just go to the last episode, go to the end of the episode, and that's when I've already gone through all this before. So So this is the part. So when I say at least tell us more about who you are, Walter says a line that they respond to, and I sort of missed Walter's line the first time through. So I'm going to play it out slowly from here.
The more you understand,
The more you understand, the more damage you will do. And the Walter says,
How could just knowing what you are be dangerous?
how could just knowing what you are be dangerous? Our distance from you is the whole point. We interfere now because we must. So that's when that reply comes
I'm
in.
not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that
Yeah,
ship
and then
is
Walter
far
starts
above the
becoming a
normal
scaredy
range.
pants, but
If
we're
we stand up
gonna
the
fight it
grav
out.
drive now, we have a chance.
Walter wants to run, but we're not gonna run. I'm blasting them into space
Want to
dust.
risk
How
a
dare they
straight
threaten
fight
us,
with
try to
an
steal from
enemy
us.
we know nothing about? We need to regroup.
We need to regroup. No,
don't
Walter.
time.
No.
We can wait
Get
no
us
longer.
out of here!
Prepare yourself.
I don't put up
for
with bullies,
oblivion.
Walter. They do have this interesting, like, jump mechanic.
Ha! Got him! I don't know about you, but I've never heard of these Starborn.
I don't know about you, but I've never heard of these Starborn.
It's an overdrive. We need to regroup at the lodge immediately. Tell Noel
We need to regroup at
analyze
the lodge
data
immediately.
off the ship's sensors.
And analyze the data off the
Everyone's
ship's
going to wanna-
sensors. I don't know why Walter's dialogue is not showing subtitles right now. Let me make sure. Oh, there's nothing in there useful. Gameplay? I guess probably interface, right? Subtitles? I don't... Alright, dialogue subtitles on, general subtitles on. So it is actually... It's just bugging out
Weigh
right
in
now.
on this.
Something about them, the other members of Constellation weighing in on this. Yes, Walter, I agree. We need to go back to the lodge and discuss what just happened for sure. But as you can see, Walter, we were definitely able to hold our own against the Starborn ship. So your concerns were unwarranted. So I'll put a point in a grav jump now. Fortunately, that whole encounter did us the favor of having us avoid the scan that usually would happen here. I'm very interested in getting the other power from Voli, but I'm pretty sure that's an activity or a quest of some sort now. So I should be able to easily track that again in a minute. But first things first, we need to get rid of all this contraband we have on us. Otherwise, we're never making it to the lodge in one piece. So, to the den! I think I got a really big haul of contraband, so this may actually be a little bit tedious. I say that because it may involve me, like,
Our tiny tin can of fragile
needing to wait
humans has survived
to
being
reset
hurtled
their
through space
inventory a
once
few
more.
times. Oh, I need to stop talking when I do the jumps and stuff because I have a whole new crew now, so I want to hear their
acknowledging
dialogues.
incoming hail. Docking bay
I
1
missed
is
whatever
free.
Bear just said because I was being a blabbermouth. Doing my commentary, you know, for the YouTube gang. To the den. Well, we'll pay attention, see if they have anything to say about how perfectly I dock the ship. Because I seem to get compliments from my crew every time I successfully dock the ship. They don't know that from my perspective, that's just me holding a button. They think it's like impressive space piloting. I can put a point back in the engine so we can get there a little bit faster. This is more tedious than I thought it was going to be. Don't know why I can't jump in a little bit closer to the den when that's my target, you know? Alright, now we're cooking. 8, 7, 6. Gotta get within 500 meters. Here we go. You guys gonna compliment me for my amazing, perfect dock?
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Oh, thank you, Barrett. Yeah, let's directly board. Oh no, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Actually, you know what? It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I just realized, as I clicked it, that, Alright, I thought I realized as I clicked it that the contraband was in the ship's hold, but it is not. I guess that was
Captain,
after the
hello.
save that I was
I
loading,
am satisfied.
which is fine. Even better.
Was there
You.
something you needed? I hope we have what you need.
Alright, let's start by buying anything I can that's even remotely useful in this guy. We'll grab the Digipix. We'll grab the, nothing. Grab any aid things you have, even though I've sort of stopped buying this stuff. But, like, just because... Whiteout. An unstable, refined form of the chem squall. Dangerously addictive and associated with unchecked aggression. Yeah, no thank you. I don't think I've seen that one before, but I'm not like trying to collect all the chems in the game or anything weird like that. Refined mercenary spacesuit is actually a pretty big upgrade. It costs 30,000. I'm really tempted. I mean, it's just a basic spacesuit, though. How good could it really be? Oh no, I'm gonna keep in mind that that's available. I think I'm just like leveling up, so I'm seeing higher level stuff become available, but I don't think... Let's see how bad this is before I decide to do anything foolish like that. Right, so these are gonna sell for $14.35 each. We can sell 8 out of 11. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just wait. I don't need to
If
buy
you're
the
ever
big
in
fancy
New
spacesuit
Atlantis,
right now.
mind putting in a good word for me? I don't think my messages to SSNN are getting through.
Yeah, I need to remember that next time I'm in New Atlantis, which is actually going to be pretty soon. I think I'd like to go to SSSN. I don't think I've been to their main... Like, I know they have a building there. I'm curious if I can... Like, this NPC seems very stuck. So I'm curious if I can do anything to help them. It just, like, my gamer instinct tells me that there's more to that NPC's story, because he had an interesting sort of backstory going on here when I first came here to Wolf. And he's been sort of stalled out since then, but I wonder if I can get things moving for him. I feel the same way about him that I feel about that guy I met who was on his bachelor party on Neon. I felt like that guy had more going on too, but I haven't been able to find him again. I do need to go back to Madame Savage's and see about that.
I really did think this place would see a bit more action.
Yeah, I know, guy. We're gonna try to make that work for you. I'll check in. I'll check in with SNN or Triple SN, whichever one it is, when I'm in the in New Atlantis. I'm going back there right after I finish selling my selling some things here to the Trade Authority. No need to write any. That was off the record, of course. Yeah. Dude, I feel like this is going even slower than it normally does. Goodness gracious.
I try not to trade in gossip, but if you have any verifiable information, I'm all ears.
How may I be of service? Certainly.
Alright, so he's got his funds back, so I can just sell this stuff now. Sell the rest of my contraband. We'll remember that armor's here, but
Anything I can help you with?
I have like that Peacemaker armor on. I have a lot of stuff I need to do a lot of inventory management next time I get a chance. But we've got important stuff going on right now. I definitely want to help this quest we're on reach its natural conclusion. I mean, it has though, right? We're on to a brand new quest called Starborn. Grav jump to anywhere, which I've done. Talk to Noelle, who's like the science lady back at the lodge. We've survived our encounter with the Starborn. We need to head back to the lodge and tell everyone what happened. So we're at the very beginning of a new quest. So I shouldn't act as if that's not true. Let's go do this. You cannot travel while ship is docked. Undock. My bad, game.
Releasing ship from dock. Done. We are now free to move among the stars.
Thanks, Barrett. Back to the volley system because new alien power sounds great. Oh. There you go. Sorry about that, game. Good call, good call. Definitely need to have a powered up grab drive to make a grab jump. Makes sense, makes sense.
Woo! I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
Me too, Barrett, me too. Get a scan on this planet. I haven't been here before. Just on the other side of the system. Structure. A structure in space. Have I looked at that before? Ship. We may do some poking around in the volley system after we take care of this because... Oh yeah, so this is a planet this time. So not always a moon, significantly. So that part of the theory, it's just often a moon, but not always a moon.
Time to park this buggy.
Time to park this buggy. Oh yeah. Look, I can see a gravitational anomaly already. Along with some weird light. I guess that's just the sun reflecting off a shiny surface. Oh, look, and there's the temple, super obvious and unobscured on the surface of this planet, in a settled system with a major city in it that sees a lot of spaceship traffic. It's surely makes sense that no one's ever noticed this before. I will say, though,
Captain, do you require my assistance?
I don't, Vasco, I don't. I will say, though, that the Starborn, now that we've officially met the Starborn, and that's no longer a spoiler, and we know that they're an organization or a people, actually, he sort of said, like, our people. They're a group of some variety. And one of their... I'm over encumbered? Oh, by not much. One of their primary goals seems to be to prevent humanity from acquiring the artifacts and learning things about this alien culture, or the alien powers, or what have you. So I can envision a scenario where they are taking steps to obscure these locations, and it's only through us finding the artifacts that we were able to detect these at all, or even know what to look for. And that's the kind of knowledge that they're talking about, like keeping from humanity. Temple knew, huh? Like, if we, humanity, is not able to acquire artifacts, not able to find, and then therefore not able to find these temples, makes sense why they're so afraid of us gaining knowledge in this regard. I could deal with the over-encumbered issue, but right now I'm just like, these are really simple usually. Although, interestingly, this only unlocked after we encountered the Starborn. So I'm suddenly feeling like I should probably deal with the over-encumbered thing just in case of emergency type of thing. I think that's all I need to do is drink that water. Yeah, we're Gucci. Just in case I open this door and there's like a Starborn waiting in here to attack me. I'm never gonna make it to this one in time. Oh, I did. Oh, I see they saved the timer. Like, I took a long time to reach that one, so this one's gonna teleport almost instantly, right? Oh no. One more will do it. What, that one didn't count? What the butt? The heck? I felt like I was on the cusp now. I feel like I've lost some progress. Stay focused, don't assume I'm done till I'm done. There we go. cool sounding power. Fill your foes with the silent calm of the universe, compelling them to temporarily abandon their weapons? That sounds super fun and utilitarian. I love it. Alright, since I'm not over encumbered, I should be able to just... Like, I did what I wanted to do here. And I've gotten rid of all my contraband, so there's nothing stopping me from heading back to New Atlantis. Yeah, and I'm going to try to remember to check in at the news station while I'm here to see if I can help the guy at Wolf along at all. I feel like I should maybe try to check in with Coffee Girl and see if her plot lines advanced at all. It's another one that I felt sort of got left in the lurch. Definitely saving before I walk in here. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of dialogue that's about to happen. Let's see what everyone thinks about our encounter with the Starborn. Wow, it didn't just launch me into dialogue for once. I'm actually getting to initiate it myself. I appreciate that, game. Oh, look, Sam's here. Even Vladimir's here. Sarah's here. So everyone other than my adoring fan that I abandoned on Neon has made their way back to the lodge. So that's good to know. All right, Noelle, what do you think?
How is Neon? Are you okay?
I need you to look at the data from my ship's sensors. We were attacked. We need to hold an emergency meeting. How many strange ships appeared in orbit?
No.
We were attacked. We need to hold an emergency meeting. Yeah, because they were after me. It's interesting, like, as the Starborn were trying to come off as, like, this super advanced, like, don't mess with me type of group. But we were easily able to defeat their ship in combat. And even more interestingly, like, here's my theory. I think the mysterious person who contacted that Slayton Aerospace employee and urged them to steal the artifact from Slayton Aerospace were the Starborn. I think their resources are more limited than they'd like to let on, and that they couldn't break into Slayton Aerospace to get it themselves. I think their plan was to wait until we left Neon with the artifact and then to get it from us, but of course that didn't go according to their plan. But they clearly don't know that we have, like, or maybe they know, but they can't access the, like, big bunch of artifacts that we have back here at the lodge. So either they feel like they can't get into New Atlantis. They don't have the resources to, like,
You're awfully quiet.
do a covert ops mission to New Atlantis, or they don't know, which is the other possibility. They don't know that we have a bunch of artifacts. They only know about the one that we were in the market for. We were attacked. We need to hold an emergency meeting.
Wait, what happened? Who was after you?
Take a look at the ship's sensor data. I think everybody needs to see this.
All right, I'll start transferring the data over now. Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone? Come take a look at this.
My next objective was to attend the meeting, but I think it's going to start
That's no faction
immediately.
vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for Rune?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even
I'm with
that.
Barrett on this.
Is
There's
the
something
metaphor
different.
of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
Wow. So my next objective is to talk to Sarah, and these are my dialogue options. I feel like this is important. To Barrett's point, the artifacts clearly aren't human-made. Mateo's metaphor has merit. They acted like they were judging us. This is very true. I'm with Sam that starship design could easily... No. I mean, I don't think they're angels, so I'm worried that by picking this, I'm sort of pigeonholing myself into this, like...
You were awfully quiet.
I think Barrett's... Like, I think... I really like the second line of this dialogue option. They acted like they were judging us. And I do use the word metaphor, which I like, but I'm concerned that this is going to imply that my character has some sort of religious feeling about this. I think Barrett's closer to where I stand with this. To Barrett's point, the artifacts clearly aren't human-made.
No settled systems lab made these things, and I doubt one of them made that ship either.
So, we got some weird extra-dimensional beings that coincidentally decide to build their spacefaring vessels exactly like we do. Not so sure about that.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors. The gravitational wave they caused, scans of their weapons, shields, everything. We're in the dark. We need to learn anything about them we can, including some way to fight them if necessary. Until then, we stay the course. Collect the artifacts. It's even more important now that an intelligence we don't know or understand is looking for them.
Agreed. The only way we learn more is to keep going. Everyone should get ready for a fight then. I doubt they'll stop. Shouldn't we try to locate the Starborn, see if they'll talk?
That ship could be anywhere in deep space. Even if we got lucky, a single grav jump and we'd lose them.
Yeah, let's take the more cautious dialogue tree here. Everyone should get ready for a fight then. I doubt they'll
All
stop.
we can do is be more cautious, but we are not stopping. This could end up being a race we don't want to lose. Vladimir, has the Eye picked up anything new?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
All right. Good luck, everyone. And be careful out there.
Add the artifact to the collection. Right.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas.
Hey, Sarah.
We're all here for the
Holding
same
up
reason.
okay? Can't be easy. easy being in charge of all this.
Hey, good to see you.
Barrett, expressing actual honest concern. I am shocked. Why? Would you care to take the reins for a while?
Ha. We both know that I'm the last person that should have that kind of responsibility. I am glad.
I don't know about
you're
you,
all right, though.
but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
There's a lot of overlapping dialogue there, which we all know is a pet peeve of mine by now, so I'm not going to harp on it anymore. Just, once again, just developers put dialogue prioritization into the game so that people don't have to miss dialogue because of environmental dialogue. So the game wants me to talk to Vladimir, get more coordinates. Interestingly, if we go to this menu, it still says 2 undiscovered temples. Interesting. Very interesting. So the undiscovered temples are potentially the ones I find on my own. I don't know. I don't claim to understand that UI anymore. So I'm going to save my game here. I'm pretty happy with the choices I made. But there is a part of me that wants to reload and pick the Mateo option to see how that plays out. Sarah liked it. What I said, Barrett very much liked it because I was agreeing with his point of view. But then Sam was like, Sam gave me some shit. He was like, really? They designed starships just like ours? I'm like, I don't know that that's very much like ours. It's very different. And the aliens, well, the Starborn, did say something about like their ship looking kind of like ours to help them blend in better,
question, Walter?
so that they can do
You
their
spend
mission.
a lot of time on Constellation business. Doesn't Issa miss you?
That is a rather personal question, but I'll indulge it.
Well, I want to
I'm
answer
told that
too.
when I'm not here, I'm distracted by what I might be missing, and wind up crabby, or my personal favorite, irascible. My darling Issa has concluded that it is in both of our best interests if I can spend my time working from the lodge as often as possible.
Okay then. I guess if you're both okay with it. As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind.
Whoa. Okay, sorry, guys. Whoa, what? Speak with Walter? Alright, well, since I just got a new quest from listening to that. I mean, not really a new quest, but you know. Let's save again. Let's load the autosave of walking into the lodge, and let's just go through the dialogues again. I'm going to pick the Matthias route this time. I expect this an all roads lead to Rome type of thing, but it changes like how different members of Constellations perceive me. Matthias has always been a little, like, I've agreed with him a lot in the past. So he probably already likes me a lot.
How is Neon?
But I've never,
Are you okay?
He's never become available as crew, so I don't know how much I care about his opinion, but I do want to see, like, how people react to me picking his thing.
No.
Strange ships in orbit. No, we were attacked. Emergency meeting.
Take a look at the ship.
All
the
right.
sensor data, blah, blah, blah.
Let me just
the data,
bring it up
blah,
on
blah,
here at
blah.
the
We go
table.
over here. Alright, so she goes to that end of the table.
Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
Yeah, I mean, if these are other humans, they're very, very advanced. I mean, they need better
That's
shield
no
systems
faction
on their ship,
vessel or
clearly.
Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
This is a good point of view.
Any offshoot
Couldn't really
groups
figure
go
out
by
where it
that
was a
name?
good place to stand before.
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for Rune?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? a heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life
or
extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt
Yeah, that
here?
or beyond even that is like...
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete.
Mateo's metaphor has merit. They acted like they were judging
Or
us.
what Walter said. They were acting like a parent, worried their children are playing with something they don't understand.
So, they're strong-arming us for our own good? That doesn't sound very divinely benevolent to me.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors, the gravitational wave they caused, scans of their weapons.
I'm gonna be real, I didn't even
everything.
notice which characters liked
We're
or
in the
disliked that
dark.
response, but
we
I...
need to learn anything about them we can, including
More
some
than ever,
way
I'm
to
feeling
fight
like I
them
chose...
if
I
necessary.
made the right choice. Sarah
Until
liked
then,
it.
we stay the course. Collect
Barrett
the artifacts.
very much liked it.
It's
They're
even
the
more
characters I'm
important
jiving
now
with the most at
that
this
an
point in
intelligence
time.
we don't know or understand is looking for them. All we can do. Vladimir.
Some glints of shine.
All right.
She says exactly the same thing, no matter which one of those other two dialogue options I choose. Okay, let me load my game. Thank you for indulging me. I just wanted to see... You know, I can't help myself sometimes. The nickel family of inorganic resources includes cobalt, platinum, and palladium. Alright, so Walter wants to chat. Vladimir's how we continue the quest. Let's take a look at my... Alright, so now we have a quest called Further Into the Unknown. I think we had a previous quest called just Into the Unknown, right? Yep. I need to meet up with Vladimir Saul about finding more artifacts in the fringes of space. Speak with Walter. We'll do that first. Usually when we get these speak with an NPC things, it's just a matter of, oh, where'd Walter go? Hello?
I'm up for a little adventure.
Hmm? Oh, sorry. Was
Wasn't
doing
he
the
over
tally's
here?
work
What
in
the
my
heck?
head. Inventory on the station. Next supply run.
Yeah, Vladimir. I like Vladimir also. Walter, is that you? Oh, good. Walter, you wanted to speak to me? Yes! Sorry, I probably just blew out someone's eardrums. I'm sorry about that. You okay after that ambush by the Starborn?
Not my first time in a hostile negotiation, as you well know. Admittedly,
True, you
I
handled
usually know
yourself pretty
more
well
about
when we
who
had
I'm
to
facing off
stealth through
against.
that whole building.
I'm very interested in what Noel can learn from the scans. The
Yeah, you and me both,
technology
Walter.
on that ship was impressive, to say the least. If there's a chance, we could learn enough to duplicate
Oh, the business
some
mind here is thinking now. He's like, ooh, if we could incorporate that into, wouldn't hurt to even the playing field. That's the entrepreneur I know. Yeah. I'm gonna say this,
That's
though.
certainly true. And it also wouldn't hurt to give Stroud Eklund an advantage in the market.
Yeah, I knew that's where your mind was going. Right, so, yeah, this is an interesting dialogue option here. I wasn't expecting this at all, but I for sure want to tease him some more.
Oh, right.
I was afraid you were going to bring that up again.
Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself.
Oh my god, is he really going to do it?
My
I'm so
colleagues,
happy.
I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate. My soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since.
Interesting. That's really neat. I'm so happy he said this. You can't see me because I don't use a webcam, but I am gooning right now over that, getting to hear that speech.
I do have
Walter,
other
you did a
things
great
that
job.
require my attention. You know?
Yeah, give me a sec. So here's my, I love to put theories out there into the void. I think Sebastian Banks went out there and stumbled upon some things, stumbled upon the Starborn, and maybe became one of them. I think there's no way, with all these sort of like hints they're dropping, there's no way we don't encounter Sebastian Banks, or at least find out what happened to him at some point in the story of this game. I was wondering if you had any more work for me. I mean, I wasn't really wondering that.
I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon.
Thank you.
I'm not getting any younger here.
Relax, man. You just barely finished talking to me. I know you well enough now to feel like this is leading somewhere. It was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested?
I am very interested because it sounds like that might lead to me getting a new ship or something cool like that. Aren't you usually more involved in major company decisions like this? You're going to need to tell me more than that. Whatever it is, yeah.
As you know, I'm a busy man, running a company, helping to manage Constellation's financial needs. It doesn't leave me with much time to get into the weeds with every little business venture that comes my way. Besides, think of this as a rare opportunity to help shape the future of a major consumer brand.
Say no more, man. You're going to need to tell me more than that.
Of course, now that I know you're interested.
I am very interested.
We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done.
Yeah, say no more. I would be more than happy. Oh, yeah. You must have known I dabble in ship design, huh? Why is the project stalling in research and development?
R&D needs to happen first whenever work starts on a new project. It's a natural stalling point since we need to make so many big decisions. In this case, we're talking about looking at our existing fleet of ships and using data we've gathered to see what consumers want. But of course, each member of the R&D team can interpret that data to suit their own confirmation bias. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing here.
Walter's a smart guy. You must have known I dabble in ship design,
I did not. Part of the problem is that my designers seem to be having trouble agreeing on a plan. I should mention that you're not there to make design decisions. You're there to get the project back on track and help guide them. So, ideally, you're not adding to the problem.
So he doesn't want my opinions. He just wants me to help his staff get over this hurdle that they've hit. You can count on me.
I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
I won't,
course,
Walter.
Miss Coe. Well, I don't really look at it like that. My success has allowed me a great many experiences, which I value more than possessions.
Sounds like he bugged out a little bit there. He was having a conversation with Cora, but Cora's nowhere to be found right now.
Coming out of retirement. Constellation's got the writ of the righteous. Keeps me young.
That's cool, Vlad. Alright, I'm going to save again now that we have that new quest, and we're going to talk to Vlad.
You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance.
Yeah,
Ready
no
to head
arguments
back
for
out
me,
there?
man.
The Eye can
I
help
am.
you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor.
That's fair. How many more artifacts do you think
No
there are
telling
out
the
there?
exact number, but they're getting harder to find. Got some equipment, repairs, and upgrades on the making do list. The Eye's straining to her limits these days.
I'm ready. Give me any data on the artifacts you
Double
have.
check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay?
Yeah, will do.
Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you.
Yeah, I'll take that advice to heart. I'll go to Oberon 1 and go to Oberon 2A. So he's found 2 more potentially. Interesting. So I've been thinking about this a lot with the 2 undiscovered temples thing. Here's my new theory on this. My new theory on this is that the temples I find on my own, just by traveling to a system and detecting them, don't count towards this number. And this is just for the ones that Vladimir finds for me, which is all. And then my theory extends to there being a power for every dot on this wheel. And there's some that the game gives me through the story, like with Vladimir detecting them. But the vast majority of the powers are going to come from me finding them on my own. So it's really interesting that Vladimir just gave me potentially 2 new temple locations. I'm very interested to see if once I've gotten those 2, if this disappears or goes to 0. So getting the powers has been pretty straightforward so far. So I think I'm gonna save my game again, and I think we're just gonna fast travel to those locations, to those temples, and just bang them out real quick. Let me see if I can do anything to deal with the weight problem I'm currently experiencing. This is interestingly the main story now, as opposed to a miscellaneous like it was before. Which makes me think that something different might happen, but I wouldn't call it a guarantee. Crap, I'm not sure how to deal with my weight problem right now. There's nothing obvious that I want to get rid of. Alright, this might be the trick. I'm pretty sure I have desktop fishbowls on the Adoring Fan already. So I'm just going to drop this. If I know how Bethesda games work, it's just going to wait for me here in the lodge in case I ever want to come pick it up again. Look at this crazy ass chair.
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space. Unintended.
They're talking about Vladimir like he's not sitting right there. How rude. Yeah, so I'll just wait for me in case I want to recollect it later, but now I'm no longer over encumbered, so hopefully it'll let me just fast travel. No, not that. Oh, misclicking. Here we go. I mean, this is a moon, this is a planet. Let's start with the planet, I guess. Shoot. I'm having regrets, but hopefully it'll be alright. Alright, it's just a shipping crate, no problem. Alright, nothing bad happened, so let me do a scan. Forgotten Mech Graveyard is fun. I like the symbol at least. Abandoned. Whoa. Find the art. Oh, we're after more artifacts. So we're not going to temples, we're going to artifacts with this mission. I assume since Vladimir got scans and stuff that it wasn't going to be artifacts, but I guess I did know that, right? Further into the unknown, find the artifact on Oberon. 1. Vladimir has given me locations he believes could hold artifacts. So this might actually be more involved than I was planning. That's my fault for not carefully reading the quest. But let's actually go. I need to do inventory management. So we're going to go to Aquila and clean out my inventory so that I can continue my adventure without too much trouble. It's been a hot minute since I've needed to do inventory management on a video. I've been doing it in between videos pretty successfully up to this point, but we're tapped out. I've let it go for too long, and it needs to happen right now. I'm a little disturbed that my ship's not here, but it's fine.
Been up there, huh?
One of the main things I want to make sure to do while I'm here, I'm gonna leave I've got iron and ship parts on my ship. I'm gonna leave the iron there because I've had random encounters where they've needed iron. And I've just not had it. So I think it's a good thing to just carry with me all the time so that I've got a big ship's hold now. I guess my ship landed over there, weirdly. Can't believe the security's still gabbing about that bank robbery here. It's been a while since that happened. Ah, home sweet home. Feels good. So I've got the stuff in there to make more chests, which I think I'm going to need to. But for now, let's see what we can do with this. Resources. Store all resources, hopefully. Perfect. And then... ooh, this one's almost out of space. Let's see what we can store. Corner drumbeat, auto rivet. Fiscal cord is a named one, so I've actually got a special chest for that. Let's store this. Peacemaker is also a special gun. Special named gun. So I guess just this? Oh. Worked out okay. Oh wait, no. This also. And then that's legendary, so we got a special spot for that. The Peacemaker packs are special, so I got a special spot for that. I guess just this. And this is better than what I've equipped, so I kind of have a special spot for that in a way. I'm really just taking any advanced Constellation Space Helmet. Not sure where I picked that up, but let's hold on to that for now. Let's put these all away. Let's put my apparel away. Yeah, those two I just put in are big adds to my collection. Space Trucker flannel looks nice. Too bad it's only 5 DR. Alright, now let's switch to the military crate. Yeah, I knew at least some of those would be dupes. So let's grab the dupes. We'll sell those in a minute here. Oh shit! Oh, I accidentally clicked too many times. I think it was this one I accidentally took. I'm a little anxious to make this a make this quick. Don't want to waste too much time here. Oh, my brain is telling me there's more. Yeah. So fiscal quarter can go in here. The Peacemaker can go in here. Although I may replace the instigating hard target with this. Oh, it doesn't have the range though. Yeah, let's put the Peacemaker away. Oh, it won't let me. Alright, I'll think about that a bit more. Because I've also been putting the stuff in here that's like an upgrade. So maybe we need to have one crate for the named things and one crate for the stuff that's a potential upgrade for me. So let's get a couple aluminum. I think it's 2 aluminum, 4 structural. Shit. Well, I just took it all by accident. That's fine though. Let's just get this done and we'll put it back. There we go. Yeah, sure. Alright. So let's leave the named stuff in here, and we'll move the stuff that's just better than what I have equipped into here. So like, I mean, this counts, but I'm gonna put that in with the other stuff. So like this. That's it. Let's move some stuff out of here. This. Yeah, this stuff. This. This. I think this might be a special, so I'm going to leave that. I'm not sure why it's in here, honestly. Trackers Alliance stuff. Alright, and then, damn it! I did it again! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for screaming, but that's so frustrating. Ugh. Now I gotta go through all my menus. Brute Force, Deadeye, Elegance, Fiscal Quarter, Heller's Cutter, the Justifier, the Peacemaker, the Zapper, and then I'm not sure anything else needs to go, right? Oh yeah, right. So the Peacemaker spacesuit is special. Yeah, I guess that fits here. Why not? We'll do the Peacemaker pack. Put the Peacemaker helmet. And then up here, this is just where we're storing some interesting things that I may use at some point, I guess. Alright, I actually want that helmet back. This one. But I think other than that, we're pretty good. I do want to check this. I think this is like, has my Constellation gear on it, but I'm not sure if it's an advanced helmet. Refined Constellation space helmet. Is that better than the... Well, whatever. The advanced Constellation space helmet is a special named item, so I guess I'll put it in here for now. How's my weight looking? 90. I know I need to sell the extra things I have, but what else is weighing me down right now? The extra apparel I have. I potentially have some new books on me, so let me take care of that. I don't need to get rid of that, although I think I'll go to the Trade Authority to unload that. Gravity Paradigm. Only a couple of them, huh? I wonder what's weighing me down. Let's take a look. Let's just go to all. Oh, I haven't found a place to put this away yet. Oh no, I'm not putting this away. This is my shotgun that I've been using. Oh, I know. Duh. Right. The aluminum and the structural material that I haven't put back yet. That's what it is. That's easily resolved. $63. Perfect. That's looking a lot better. Alright, thank you for bearing with me through what was probably very frustrating to watch. But we're all set with that now. Since this is going after new artifacts and it probably involves like going through dungeons and blah blah blah, I think it's time to take a break. We've done a lot of main story stuff recently, but I'm very interested in this side quest that Walter gave me. So I'm going to actually make that the focus next. Let's go do it. Narion. So the Stroud Eklund Star Yard is in a system. I don't think I've been to Narion yet. I've certainly not been to a planet called Dalvik yet. Let's go check it out. Whoa, what is going on here? Alright, I have this autosave here, but I think that's before I did the inventory management. I'm really scared that the game's actually crashing right now. Maybe it's not, but I can't really move my spaceship right now. I guess I have been here before. It's acting as if I'm in Oberon. Yeah, it's acting as if I'm in the Oberon Prime star system, but I'm not. So the game's encountered some sort of bug here. So I'm gonna try navigating away. Let's set course again. I thought some cool story-related thing was happening with the 3D lights and stuff, but upon further investigation, I think the game was just having an issue.
Ride. Switching grab drive to normal propulsion.
Thanks, Barrett. Alright, this looks more like what I was expecting here. I'm still unable to drive my ship. Like, you can see the cursor moving, but it's not turning the ship. We are in Overick now. I mean, let's look at the system here. We've got the Star Yard. Oh, this is the system that the clinic's in, of course. So I have been here before. Sumati, yeah. It's all ringing a bell now. So I'm going to attempt to dock with the Stroud Eklund Star Yard here. I mean, now that I'm seeing where I am, I've maybe even been here before. We're going to try docking with Stroud Eklund Star Yard. But then I think I'm going to restart my game. Because there's clearly some sort of problem happening. That's preventing me from navigating normally.
If you're looking for the cutting edge of starship design, you've arrived. Welcome to Stroud Eklund.
Alright, so it looks like I can't advance towards Stroud Eklund, so I'm going to save my game, and I'm going to restart the game. So I'm pausing the stream. Please bear with me. It's the first time I've encountered like an actual concerning bug in the game. We've had a few crashes, but they've been very infrequent. Far more infrequent than I would usually expect of a big AAA title like this, as fresh out of the gates as this one is. And there's been a few, like, you know, funny NPC movements. That's very typical Bethesda fare. But this one with, like, not being able to move my ship and appearing in strange places and strange visual effects on the screen, concerned me that my save file might be corrupted. I'm going to have to go back a few steps in the quest to fix it. But it looks like just reloading right here has done the trick. As you can see, I can move my ship again. As far as I can tell, everything is good, so let's proceed with what we're doing.
Welcome to Stroud Eklund Star Yard. Permission to dock granted.
Thank you kindly. I should hope I'd have permission to dock. I was sent here by Walter Stroud himself. Ever heard of him? Alright, now I expect someone to compliment me on such a great, what a great
Ship is now
job I did
docked.
docking the ship.
Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Oh, thanks. Thanks again, Barrett. Barrett seems to be the one in charge of that compliment. Yeah, let's board. I'm gonna be shocked if I've never been in here before.
How can I be
Feels
of service,
familiar.
Captain?
I'm Walter Stroud, and on behalf of Stroud Eklund, welcome.
Havershaw can help you if you need anything.
Star Yard, we are creating revolutionary new starships at prices that are out of this world. You've seen the rest.
Oh god, Walter, you're very punny even on a recording.
Eklund.
These ships are nice, but compared to a Trident...
So dull, though. I like Frank's design, but maybe we could pivot it to more of a research vessel? Something suited.
Okay. So I'm reloading my save, and the reason that I'm doing that is because I triggered some dialogue to start in that room, and these are the people I need to go talk to, obviously. I wanted a chance to look around, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I wanted to listen to Walter's speech. So I got to listen to Walter's speech, and now I'm going to rush into that room so I catch all the...
I'm Walter Stroud.
Havershaw's in the show.
All the dialogue.
If we cater to celebrities and trendsetters, everyone else will follow.
I understand. I'm all for new technologies, but your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you.
Oh, I don't know if there was more I could have heard if I hadn't... Hold on. One more try. I'm so sorry. I want to listen in on what they're saying. I felt like there was more dialogue before when I didn't approach that closely, so I know I don't need to apologize. I'm going to play the way I want to play,
Hello.
you know.
I am satisfied.
I've been doing an exceptionally large
Let me know
amount
if
of
you have any
save stuff
problems.
lately, though, so it does make me feel some kind of way.
And trendsetters, everyone
Cannot
else will
skimp on
follow.
luxury. If we cater celebrities and trendsetters,
I'm all
people
for
will
new
notice.
technologies, but your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work.
You're asking for technology that doesn't even exist, Frank. I'm good at what I do, but you're mental if you think I can pull off what you're asking. Tried and true is what we should focus on.
Tried and true is so dull, though. I like Frank's design, but maybe we could pivot it to more of a research vessel?
Something suited for deep space exploration.
That's a great suggestion, but you know what? We haven't heard from Nev yet. Maybe she has some marketing insights.
Okay, but... what if... Sorry, hear me out. What if we went for the family recreation demo instead? It's a much bigger market than Explorers, and no one else is doing it.
Oh, seriously?
That's a little different than I think we were all expecting, but a really good point.
I also worry that would limit us creatively.
Hey, back up. Nev's got a point. It's something we could easily build. And I'm sure the number crunchers could make it turn a tidy profit.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should listen to marketing.
But I do think a solid, no-frills ship with a large cargo capacity would be even more practical and doable, given our time frame.
Look, everyone, we need to come together if we're to succeed. Let's change direction and do a little thought exercise. Okay, fine. Maybe we should all just go back and develop our ideas some more before Walter's consultant, friend, whatever they are, gets here. The decision's apparently out of our hands anyway.
Okay, so there was a lot more dialogue, and I got to hear everyone's perspectives. I'm really glad that I loaded there to get that. So, sorry, not sorry that I save scummed there. Hiding out here in the hallway. I mean, they can see me. Look, he's staring right at me. I think was the move.
Hello.
Hello? Really? So if I wait for them to finish, she doesn't just interrupt everyone and announce me. She, like... I actually have to interact with her now. That's so funny. Well, since that's the case, let's look around a little bit.
Everything's so new here.
This place is something else.
Welcome to Stroud Eklund.
You have a good day.
Okay.
It must have cost a fortune to build this place so fast. Deimos or a Stroud Eklund?
Yeah, I'm really curious where Stroud and Issa suddenly came up with, like, whenever someone talks about Stroud Eklund, they talk about this company just coming out of nowhere and just suddenly building cutting-edge starships and stuff. Like, where did they get the seed money for this up? Because they just, like, bought themselves into this market and into a good position in it almost overnight, it seems.
Hi there.
Hi, Jules. Hi, Jules. I'm here to speak to you about this new ship project. Have you been leading the R&D team for long?
It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud Eklund. I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management.
I'm here to deal with.
I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me, but I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other star yard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here.
You are extremely pale. Can I just say that? Like, almost disturbingly pale. You've been spending a little too much time in space, I think. You need to get down on the surface of a planet and get some sun, dear. Or at least I hope you're taking vitamin D supplements, because, ooh. So you're the project lead. What does that mean?
I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots, per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us.
It's really interesting. I'm curious if Because I feel like the game's letting me do this because I'm going to get to basically have some input
Sorry,
on a new
just thinking
Stroud
to
Eklund
myself.
starship. So I assume I should tell them to build the starship I would like to potentially buy from Stroud Eklund. I might even be gifted with one at the end of this quest line for all I know. But the other option is for me to try to guide them towards a starship I believe will be profitable for Stroud Eklund. And frankly, the family recreational starship sounds like an untapped market. I guess I'll see how this progresses, but I've got a couple different strategies in mind for how to handle this quest. That's basically what I'm saying.
You must be Walter's colleague. He informed
I
me
am,
that you'd be
yes.
taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
sorry,
even
I
though
don't
you
mean to
have
be
virtually
stepping on
no
any toes.
experience with this, you'll do a great job.
That is the most tongue-in-cheek shit I've ever heard in this game. Ooh, I can use... Actually, I have plenty of experience designing starships. I'll be honest, I still have no idea why Walter trusts me to do this. I mean, facts. Whatever, let's get to know. Drop the passive aggression on Walter, or Walter will find out. I'm going to give him my best... Yeah, I guess let's try to reassure her a little bit. Actually, I have plenty of experience designing starships.
I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so,
I mean,
we
he
have
didn't know
plenty
that
of
about me when
designers.
he offered me this
As you
position.
probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
Thanks, Jules. I'm familiar with the process. Let's get to it. I think I understand. I'm ready. Yeah, stand back and maybe I'll teach you a thing. Can you tell me? Yeah, here we go. What's so hard about choosing what
There
kind of
are
ship
a
to build?
lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail.
Oh man. So I'm still torn between those two approaches to this mission. I can design something that I think will be good for his company, or I can design something that I want. I'm leaning towards the latter at this point. Can you tell me a little bit about this team?
I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose
I'm
I
sorry,
just
Jules.
coordinate
I'm really
now.
sorry. I'm here to
You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the
push you aside.
project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
I'm familiar with the process. Let's get to
Right,
it.
so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
What's wrong with the kitchen sink budget? Wouldn't everyone get what they want?
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical. And the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs. And would something that expensive actually sell?
Oh, she makes a good point. Why can't you use the original budget you were given?
I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
Oh, so you need more money no matter what, and the sensible budget is... Yeah, what kind of cuts would we have to make for the sensible design
It's
budget?
more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything.
Oh man, this is really hard. I mean, it really depends how many decisions I get to make after this point in the dialogue. I guess I've got a save right before here, so let's try kitchen sink and see where that leads. We can build whatever we want with the larger budget. Let's go with the
I
kitchen
was
sink
afraid
proposal.
you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me.
You got it. Oh, I gotta persuade here. We need to go big or go home. I know how we can sell this idea to the
Well,
board.
I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them.
There must be some way we can, like, these are like weird dialogue options to put in at this point because I haven't even started trying to convince her yet. If I know Walter, he just wants this done. He doesn't care about the cost. I mean, true. I know you're a brilliant leader because you listen to others' ideas. Right, appeal to her vanity. I'm like a little annoyed that this is only a +2, but it's a harder one to sell. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. I know you're a brilliant leader because you listen to others' ideas.
There's always room for personal improvement, I suppose.
We don't need to use the entire budget. This just gives us plenty of options.
I hadn't considered it that way. It gives us some wiggle room if we need to try some things, and if we come in way under budget, it'll look good.
Exactly. I'm sure we can, there's a way we can both walk away happy, like the thing I just mentioned. This is a good way to prove how capable you are of leading a project.
Maybe listening to you could prove to the higher-ups that I'm more capable than they think. Okay, I think you made some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved. Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Okay. Why me? Aren't there better ways of gathering that kind of data?
Mr. Stroud believes you fit in our target demographic. We heard about some of your adventures, and we tend to agree that getting data from someone like you will be helpful. Frankly, most of our test pilots played a little too safe, and the scenarios we run don't push the limits as much as we can get away with legally. But luckily, we don't have those same concerns with you, because you're not technically employed by us, and Walter trusts you.
Interesting. Well, if I'm the target demographic that they want to manufacture this new ship for, I'm happy with the decisions I've made thus far. I want a really cool ship. That's why I want the big budget. We won't use the whole budget, I don't think, because I want a lean, mean space combat machine that still has like a decent cargo hold. Sure sounds good.
Great.
Just tell me what I need to
Just
do.
pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Oh man, I don't like this. I don't like how this sounds like it's dependent on the type of missions I do. Complete a passenger mission. I don't even know what that means. Complete a bounty mission. I do know what that means. Give feedback on the team's proposals optional. Well, I think we'll do that first because that's going to be just dialogue. So let me go ahead and pop a save here. And we'll do the rounds. Let's start on this end of the table.
You know,
Frank.
I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
Jules asked me to give some feedback on your ship design proposal. Let's hear it. I know you wish I wasn't here to give you feedback, so let's get this. 10 years of experience. Is it as much as... What do you think Walter sees in you?
My hope is that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values
Frank's
me,
the idea
but he has
guy.
yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has given you much greater control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same.
Yeah, perhaps. Also, can you tell me
As
about
a
yourself,
designer,
Frank?
I see the beauty in our craft and deliver that to the consumer.
Yeah, he's the visionary.
My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won
I like you,
awards.
Frank.
I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag. Rather, my goal is
Yeah,
to
right.
change the board's
Bragging
perception
right now,
of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please.
Yeah, sounds like you might fit in better at, I forget the name of that, but there's another starship design place that's more, views it more as an art than as a, anyway. Jules asked me to give you some feedback, give some feedback on your ship design proposal.
Ah, yes.
Let's hear it.
At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine
Maybe.
a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and
No,
peace of
that's
mind.
not my jam.
High-end performance, precision engineering, a
I like high-end
spacecraft
performance
for
and
those who wish
precision
to be
engineering.
seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market.
I mean, that sounds good. What a great idea. That seems like a worthwhile goal. You're onto something, but I think you need to define your pitch a little better. I've had better ideas come out of fever dreams. How would we design
The
a
ship
ship
should
like
be
that?
mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well.
You're onto something, but I think you need to define your pitch a little better.
I think I understand what you mean. It is not enough to say it's a high-end luxury ship. Who is flying this ship? Where do they go? What is their story? And why do they crave such attention? Oh, thank you. I will think on this and improve on my proposal.
What was that about wanting to sell the ship to celebrities?
2 words.
Why is that so important?
Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept?
Well, me in real life does not know what that means. But does me in the game know what that means? Google says expenditure on or consumption of luxuries on a lavish scale in an attempt to enhance one's prestige. So like the celebrities that walk around wearing Prada.
Today, sometime?
Yes, I think I see what you're getting
Of course
at.
you do. I'm glad you understand. Imagine someone like Borealis stepping out of one of our shining luxury ships. Everyone would want to look that cool. Not only would I have the chance to work on a dream ship, but that kind of exposure is guaranteed to sell it.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't seem like he was overly defensive, but I guess I'm gonna click this dialogue. What's going on, Frank? Why so defensive about your
I
design?
am the lead designer on the project. It is literally my job to design it.
I guess
It
that's
is
fair.
frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before.
Oh. Well, I work here if you seem so unhappy with the way things
Just
are.
because I do not like how corporate we have become doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again,
I like
here
the
we
sound of
are.
that. All right,
Later.
his dialogue's done. Let's move on. I'm gonna save between each one just in case I like hate my decisions and need to reload.
Hi. Need something?
Oh, I was specifically gonna try and talk to you last. Sorry, I didn't realize who you were. You seem a little on edge. Is something wrong?
No. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like, good at all, even.
Nav, you also need some sun exposure. You are super pale. Nothing I've heard so far has blown me away, so it can't be any worse. You're probably right, but I need to hear all the... I'm sure it's just as good as the other ones, if not better. Let's say
Can I
this.
tell you? Part of me was hoping you'd say that. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation.
Uh-huh.
You probably think that's stupid, right?
Honestly, I think it's, what would it take to design a ship like that?
I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one, or maybe even 2 or 3 families to spread out and relax. I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the cost low will help guarantee plenty of sales.
You really think that kind of
I
ship
used to
is
go
in
off-road
demand?
camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families
really?
we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this. Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot.
I think she's got, I think she's smart. I think this, if I was going to take the approach of trying to do well by the company, I think I'd go with her proposal. If I'm being honest, it's not really my sort of thing. I don't know how well
You
it'll
listened to
sell.
my idea more than the others did, so I'll take it as a good sign. Thanks.
Do you like
So
working
far,
here?
I do. But, just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I
Yeah, a
feel
little
like
bit
I
of
have no
imposter syndrome.
idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have.
So, what's it like to do marketing for a ship manufacturer like this?
Interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous, and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe.
You mentioned you were new. What
Yeah,
did you do before
I've only
this?
been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship.
Interesting.
Ships are
That's
like
funny.
totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired.
Yeah, definitely some
Catch you
imposter
around.
syndrome with her. All right. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Jules also? Okay.
So,
Ella.
you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
I'm practically a professional at this point.
This is wonderful to hear. I hope for all of our sakes that you are not overselling your ability. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine?
Ella, you're being very helpful. Thank you. Can you tell me more about yourself
I'm
first?
the most senior designer on this project, for one. Despite all the acclaim he gets, I actually referred Frank to his current design position. He and I were in the same design program when we went to get our degrees back in uni. We support
yeah.
each other as friends as
Ella
much as
mentioned
possible. Even when we disagree. I love my job here. But I dream one day of working for a small startup or running my own design firm so I can work on custom ships instead of mass-produced products.
That'd be cool if there was like someplace you could go to build a custom ship. I kind of feel like that's what I'm doing right now in a way, but yes, please tell me what sort of ship you have in mind.
But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market?
Oh, you're also thinking about that. Personal passenger chauffeurs, explorers, pirates, commercial salvagers. I kind of want to say explorers, because Constellation is the only group really doing exploring, and maybe List to some degree. I really want to say explorers, but I also want to say this. I want to hear what she has to say without influencing what she's going to say. Fuck it.
Yes.
Explorers.
Finally, a kindred spirit operating on my own wavelength. You see, while many ships will operate to that end, few ships are designed with exploration as their primary goal. It is my belief that if we build a ship with that in mind, Strata Clint will dominate that market sector. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration, fueled by ordinary people like you and me.
I like her idea. I like her idea the best. How would I
I'd
design a
start
ship like
with a
that?
small ship profile. It won't need
Yes,
much storage
yes.
or passenger capacity.
Exactly.
Then, of course, you
We're
would
on the
want an
same
advanced
page
grav
here.
drive to reach deep space and plenty of
Yes,
energy for
yes.
extended flights. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or
Well, I don't
defensive
know about this
measures.
bit,
It won't need those where it's going. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment is a must.
Not a bad concept, but that seems like it'd be a very niche product. I mean, true. want to say I'm sold. I really like hers the best so far. I'm sold. That sounds like a great idea. Like, is this gonna prevent me from talking to the last person? Oh man, I wish I'd saved. Screw it. Let's see what happens if I agree to one of these. I'm sold. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Thanks. Let me tell you, we would not regret going with my idea. This is a chance to do something that will truly inspire future generations.
So what do you think
I
of the
feel like
company?
answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our
Facts.
project.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great.
What does your job here entail?
As a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use.
Oh, so you're more of a user interface type of
Okay,
person. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Nice talking to you.
Bye.
Oh, good. So I can still talk to Mike. I can still talk to Jules, weirdly. What does this say again? Right.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here.
Uh-huh. Has that been a problem?
How do I put this? My co-workers are smart people. But between you and me, they're in way over their head with this project. Jules especially. She's new at being a project lead and has insisted we design by committee, so everyone's voice is heard. Admirable.
I mean,
but no one could agree
both
on
a good and a
anything,
bad
we're
idea.
running significantly behind because of it.
Yeah, that's fair. So someone needs to be like to take the lead with things. I'm glad to be of
Good.
service then.
Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Truth is,
I think
am
my
the
plan
most
will get us where
indecisive
we need to
person
be
in this
as
room by
quickly and
far.
efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side.
Oh, you're the one who wants to make like a cargo ship, right? Sounds like this project is hard on the engineers. Why is that?
Let me tell you. All the creative minds around here are so concerned with designing the most innovative and fancy ships possible. They never stop to think about the kind of work it takes to do that in a reasonable time frame. Yes, we're engineers. Our job is to make the bloody impossible possible. But that doesn't mean it's easy or practical. That and there's never enough of us to go around.
Okay, but first, what can you tell me about your role here?
Couldn't figure it out from the engineering tour? I'm an engineer, mate. It means I'm the one who's got to put together all these plans and actually make the bloody ship fly. Been doing it for going on 25 years at various star yards.
Oh, wow.
They still haven't realized this place would fall apart if not for me. Instead of letting me get to my work, they keep giving me fancy new titles and got me tied up in endless meetings like this one.
Fair. More of a hands-on guy. Wow, you're really selling it with that unenthusiastic pitch.
No, I'm just trying to set realistic goals. Sorry that ain't exciting to you. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
I mean, I feel like the Hope Tech is doing that, right? Seems simple enough. Any other design
Our
considerations?
objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction, and the ship will practically sell itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do negative for the first time. Of all the proposals we've got, that's certainly one of them.
Sure. Don't take the advice of someone who's been doing this since all these jokers were in nappies. Thanks, I guess.
Sorry, Mike. So what do
I
you think
assume
of
you mean
Strat
the
Equipment?
company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Star Yards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like. I've been doing this for a while at other Star Yards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made.
Oh, that's good. So you're kind of like the lead engineer here.
Yeah, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. But I keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer. I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work.
Yeah, I was getting that
Here
impression
I
about
am.
you.
Resigned to my fate on the R&D team.
You don't like being involved in research
Nope.
and development?
Not really. No, I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But
that's fair, Mike.
Upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Hope we didn't scare
All right,
you
thanks
off,
for the
huh?
talk, Mike. And weirdly, I can talk to Jules. Let me save before I talk to Jules, since she's a bit unique here.
This is going great. Just fantastic.
I can give you some feedback on your design proposal if you'd like.
Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess? I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and
yeah.
mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
Yeah. Like a combination of what she wants and what the explorer person wants. Like, I want a ship that's good for exploration, but also good for space combat. A lean and mean vessel that, not so big on comfort, but on being able to go far and go fast, and also to hold its own. Is there a lot of demand for starfighters in
I'm
the
glad you
consumer
brought that
market?
up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them.
Yeah, I feel like she's off base with this one, because the UC almost exclusively, they have like their own Star Yard where they manufacture those ships. Or there's some company that's already like got all of their contracts and pumps out military grade ships for them. I went to the Star Yard previously. So how would we go about designing a
We'd want to
starfighter
give
like
it
that?
strong weapons, tough defenses,
Right.
plus good speed and maneuverability. Most
Yeah, I
starfighters
really
are
like
fairly
this.
small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules.
I like it. This seems like a surefire win for the
Wonderful.
company.
Thank you. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with. Lots of work to do, but we'll get through it. Don't worry.
All right, so now I've got to go complete the missions. Which I assume I can just do, like, these. Presumably this is sort of like a passenger mission. And these are like bounty missions. Maybe even this. But this is going to be space combat, I think. So I might do these two. But yeah, I've never done a hostage rescue mission. Taking ship captains hostage can be lucrative and deadly. The Rangers have been putting a priority on shutting down these crimes. There's a captain who's been captured. I need to get to the Free Star Narcissus in the Carinae system.
Sorry.
So I think that's what we'll do next, but this is a perfect spot to end the video. Thank you everyone for watching. As always, I hope everyone has a fantastic day.